All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cultural awareness podcast episode. Or should I just say, welcome to another podcast episode of cultural awareness. And if you don't know, this is me, Big Steph, your boy, man. I mean, if you're a girl, you can call me Big Daddy Steph, but hey, that's another subject, man. So, have you ever been to a place where everybody has a common reaction and you are like wondering what is going on and you're trying to figure out, because we are curious by nature as human, right? So, okay, I'm going deep already, okay? I'm going right into it. So, I hope you get this. So, I go up to a bar and there's a man drinking heavily and he has a story he's telling everybody, and every person like that is hearing that story and is like, damn, you remember just like Chris Tucker when he's in that Friday movie, everybody is like, damn, damn. So, I get curious. I was like, why is everybody acting like they are like on remote control? Everybody's like, damn, what is going on? You know what I mean? So I get curious and I asked the barman, was like, hey, why is everybody acting crazy the same way where everybody's acting like, damn, what's going on? So, and he's like, if you hear that story that man is talking about, you too, you are going to have the same reaction. Oh, I'm like, try me, man. What is he talking about? He said, the man, he said, the man has sex with his mother-in-law. I was like, And he's like, that's not all. I'm like, what else can be worse? He said, and they are both pregnant at the same time. I'm like, damn! Yeah, I hope you get the joke, man. So I hope, you get the joke. So everybody was having the same reaction. By the way, that was a joke. I wasn't actually there. I just thought it was a good joke. So me trying to work on this comedy life, comedy. Do you say comedy? Comedy? Yeah, comedy, whatever, man. Don't laugh at my accent. But anyway, let's get right back into it, into Cultural Awareness Podcast. So, the man writing the story today is actually one of my fellow Cameroonian that reside actually here in the US, but he has a story to tell because his story is like in a cross country, like in a cross border, like part of it is here, part of it is in Cameroon. So he said when he was leaving to come here like 3-4 years ago, he had this girl like that he was kicking it with, they were a boyfriend and girlfriend, and she was pregnant and she got pregnant. And he said, okay, she's pregnant, this is his baby, he recognizes the one that put the seed in there. So he was like, well, I'm going to the US and I will go there, work hard and try to find us a better life. So you guys know that in the US, when you come here as an African man, there's a lot of temptation, by the way people dress and things like that. Of course, there's a lot of temptation compared to like back home where it's a little bit more, we have a specific way of dressing and things. And if you dress a little bit too showing, it's like you consider like, a thought or a hoe or something like that. So he was like, okay. So he comes here, he work hard. And he said, after 3 years in a relationship, he kept, while he was here, he was working and sending money to take care of the baby. So he did everything that you can possibly do. His name is on the birth certificate, even though he wasn't there. His name is there on the birth certificate. So he paid for everything. He was making sure she's all right while he's working here. So now he finally, because he was a green card holder, and he said now he finally got all his papers together and he wants her to come here. And I said, yeah, that's a good thing. What is the problem? He said, well, while I'm doing this girl paper, because he did the girl paper and the child paper, so he was trying to do like the family, like I believe it's the K1 visa, something like that. That's what he says, something like a K1 visa, yeah. And he was trying to do it so the girl and the child can come here and be with him, Family man, you know what I mean? The dude is trying to step it up. But, in Africa, they say there's a reason that God doesn't talk to women, right? Because the reason is because even when Eve ate the apple, the forbidden fruit, God never said anything. But as soon as Adam took a bite of that fruit, God said, got you. What the hell are you doing, right? So God talked to the man because he's the leader of the household, but he didn't talk to the woman who is actually the one that took a bite of the forbidden fruit first. What does that tell you? In Africa, they say even God doesn't understand women. So why am I saying that? The reason I'm saying that is because the girl is actually cheating on him. She's cheating on him with another guy in the US still, right? So she was playing both worlds. Whoever come first, that's where she would go. Unfortunately for her, my dude found out. Let's call it Peter. Peter found out that, hey, my girl is cheating with this guy named Paul, and I cannot tolerate that. So what he decided to do is he went on the paperwork and he decided to block the girl paper and kept going with the process for his son. And the process went through, and he told the mother, since you are living a double life, you want the other guy, I'm not gonna step on your way, so I'm just doing for my son now. I want him to come here, but I don't want him to come here to stay. I want him to come here so he can get his green card and he can come back to go to school with you back home, because I'm working a lot and I don't have enough time to be taking care of him. But I need him to get his paper together so that he can come every summer here. I can pay for him to fly here every time. And by the way, for those of you that don't understand, when you come from Africa, right, in order for your green card to kick in, you have to come here first, right? You have to come here. That's when the process go through. You can pay for the fee and everything, but you have to be in the US. They take your passport and they pass it through that scanner, and that is what start the green card. In terms of if you already got it back home, that is what actually allow you to get the actual card, right? So the mother was like, okay. She never said anything again. You know, you can do whatever you want, but when a woman has her other plans, there's nothing you can do about it. So while he's doing it, the mother is not saying anything, you know. She goes to the embassy. She does everything that he's supposed to do. Her son get the visa and everything. At the last minute now, he paid for the flight ticket. The son is supposed to come. The night the son is supposed to come with him, the mother keep the child away and say, no, her son is not living without her. You see how some people are? She keep the child away. And he's like, but the son is coming back. I'm just taking him there so the process can kick in. He can get his green card since it's summertime. By the time school start, he will be back in order to start school with you. The mother's like, no, I don't believe you. What if you have another woman there that is going to take my child away? He's like, what are you talking about? I told you about the plan a long time ago. And he understand now that the girl wants to come with him first. If not, she's not letting it. So she's using her own child as a pawn to blackmail this guy, right? So the guy is asking for advice. What should he do? Should he just forget about it and wait for when the son is grown up? But the thing is, by the time he's grown up, it's a different paperwork that he has to start. Or what should he do? Because he has all the custody for the child. Because while they were doing the paperwork, the embassy made the girl sign paper that gave the guy custody, and she signed all of it. And he said, I could just show up there with an army and take the son and go with my son. But the thing is, I don't want to do things that way. I want it to be cordial because I know that the son is supposed to come back to keep going with his school and stay with his mom. But the mother is trying to blackmail me. And he said, in Africa, they say, when you have an issue with your spouse, whether it's a man or a girl, you go see their parent first, or you go see the chief of their family, because every family has a chief of family, right? So you start with the parent, and then if it doesn't work out, you go see the chief of the family. So he went and see the mom, and the mom is siding with her daughter because they want money. They want him to keep sending money and everything. And he's like, should he even cut sending the money? He doesn't want to even send money at all. He's asking for advice. So that being said, remember, my opinion here Doesn't matter. I'm only here speaking for what the elderly people, because they get to listen to the story before I do. I'm only relating what they talked about. So this is what they say. They told him 99% of the time when a child grow up, they always lean up to the side of the mother, like the mother's family, because that's what children know the most. And I have realized this to be true. Most of the time when a guy grow up, what does he say? I want to take care of mom. Nobody wants to take care of dad, even though dad was the one fighting for everything. Most of the time is, I want to take care of mom first. That doesn't mean some of the guys don't take care of dad. But most of the time they're leaning toward their mother. Why is that? The elderly had already thought about it. They say, yeah, most of the time children will lean mostly to the mother's side. You need to keep all your receipt and forget about the child. When the child grow up and he start looking for his daddy, he will come for you. He will look for you. And then you can show all your receipt and say, this is what happened. Your mother was blackmailing me. And guess what the woman also said? I forgot. She said that she, as a mother, grew up without a dad, and she grew up to be okay. So her son growing up without a dad will also be okay, that they will survive. It's like, what kind of messed up twist is that? Like, I don't understand, man. Some people need some ass whipping out here. Man, woman, please do not use children as a pawn to blackmail a man. Every single child needs to have both parents. Whether they are divorced or together, you need both parents. Why? Let me say this. Guys, especially boys, they definitely need a father or a father figure, right? Because we have a lot of testosterone, right? We are not like women. We have a lot of testosterone. A woman alone cannot handle a child that is a boy. That's why if you want your child to be out of jail and everything, or to be more like a masculine person, like we say in Africa, don't take offense to this. But, you know, like me, I grew up with my dad saying, hey, men don't cry, and this is what you're supposed to do as a man, because your wife's going to do this, you're going to do this, and that's what like you guys are in a team collaboration. Yes, you are the leader of the family, you are the executive, and she's the you are the legislative and she's the executive. What does that mean? Meaning you are the one passing all the law of the house and she's the one that execute them. You know, that is how you guys come together and make a good decision. This guy was after you, or he was for you doing your paperwork, and yet your eyes got too big. You decided that you wanted to mess also with another guy that was also living in the US. So you was playing both worlds, and then you got caught up, and now you want somebody else to pay for the mistake you made. No, that is not cool, man. That is not okay. And also, women, while we are on this subject, let's also put one thing. Just like you're a parent, a father is also a parent. Like, there's nothing that gives you more rights than the dad. You need to know that. You don't have more right than the dad. You guys are equal in terms of the right. You get 50%, he gets 50%. If the man tells you, hey, I'm doing this for our son, even though I'm not going to be with you anymore, I'm doing this for our son. What kind of mother is this that would rather see her son fail as long as he doesn't go with his dad? Like, I don't understand it. Because if anything, the man is fighting so that the son, because even if you don't come right now, when the son turns 18, he's going to bring you. But by keeping him away, by saying that, oh, he need the father needs to bring both of you, after you know and you went through the whole paperwork, so you thought that you would use that against him. So, my brother, you know what? Keep taking care of your child, but be careful of that woman. Do not bring her. You know, you can, whenever you are in Cameroon, go see your son and everything. Take care of him. Let him, you know, play with him and everything. But do not, some people say, some of the elder even say, cut off on that money that you've been sending, because it's turning now like they are using you for the money because you are sending money. Don't send the money anymore. Cut it off. Your son is going to be your son. If she's a true mother, she's going to take care of him. And whenever you're in Cameroon, you take your son, you bring him shopping, you do what you are supposed to do as a man. But until then, since they want to play hard, cut off the money, right? She still have the other dude that also live in the U.S. So that is an issue resolved. Ladies, please do not use your son as a pawn. Do not act like a father has less right than you or that you have more right than him. No, you guys are both equal and you guys should come together as a team. And I don't understand, why is it that whenever people break up, they always find a way to be enemies? I don't understand that. You guys shouldn't find a way to be enemy. You guys should be like, okay, it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Where do we go? Or how do we move? Like that, you guys come up to an agreement, decision, and everything, and you take your decision and move forward. Everybody go and live their life. That's how it's supposed to be. Because, lady, don't forget that you saying you're keeping your son, when you meet another man, the man is gonna be like, oh, I only want you, I don't want you and your son. What are you gonna do then? And let's say you are really in love with that guy, and we all know that you cannot advise a woman that is in love. So be careful of the action that you take because you think you are harming the other person. So you decide that you think you are harming the father when in fact you are harming your own son's future. Come on now. You should let the man go with his dad. Let him go, do the green card, and send the son back. Like that, everybody will be happy because at least your son will be able to come here every summer. There's a lot more opportunity here, playing sport, having a better education and things like that. And he will in return take care of you, his mother. We all know that children will always go take care and look after their mothers. So let the man take his child. And my dude, just be patient, man. Children, sons will not forget, because there come a point where that son is going to be a headache for her because it's a boy. If it's a girl, maybe not. But a boy, he's going to become at one point delinquent. He's going to need some discipline. And that is when he will be looking for you and you will step in. That being said, you were listening to Cultural Awareness Podcast, man. I know this is my second video because usually I'm always on audio. But hey, I'm glad that you can put the voice to the face, okay? Not that handsome, but still handsome a little bit, man. So that being said, that was your host, Big Steph. And please feel free to leave your story, your comment, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if that is not okay, please share, right? Because sharing is caring, okay? That being said, God bless. Peace. One love.